So I'm basically saying, all right, so now we have the chains them off our neck and off our hands, and we still now unite and come together, you know. It's me I say, and just recently now we realize that we still, you know, emancipation is just a myth, you know. So we see that now. So so it basically was along that line where we say, yo, we still now up to this point here, even though the chains them come off our neck, off our hands, off our foot, we still now, you know, find ways of unite together so we can get back to the place, you know, where we were, like, you know, number one, civilization, first civilization, educated people, people that were building pyramids, people that were mathematicians and engineers and all of these things, and people who were actually creating stuff. So it's basically that. So if we can say a lie, then make a proof say a liar then.
Exactly, or get on. I feel like you know, physically we don't have chains around our hands, our feet, or our necks. But if we don't free ourselves mentally and open our minds to the things that are happening around us and come together as a people, we're always going to be mentally enslaved. Because just prior to you coming on, I was saying, are you really emancipated, Jamaica? Are you really emancipated? Because I can't understand how you're emancipated, but there's a law that bans locks from you wearing locks.
That is just gravy in the plate though. there's more serious issues that are on that is written in the Constitution, that if we take some time out and just do like basic research, we will find out that certain things are written in the Constitution is definitely there to hold black people down, hold poor people down. And I've been saying that a lot for the past 3 years, and I get a lot of backlash for it. Case in point, I was telling them about the coat of arms that, you know, it symbolizes Christopher Columbus' them journey. And people were bashing me when I was saying, yo, now we're about coat of arms and our one. And people were saying, yeah, out of you know, many one people and whatever. But then recently they saw that the Governor General had a emblem with a white man stand up in a black man neck. So yeah, locks, cutting your hair is graving at the plate. You understand? There are laws on the books where poor people cannot sell banana chips on the road. You know, you go to jail, you go to prison if you can't pay the fine, because them actually lock up people who are trying to hustle, not to steal. So people are trying not to steal, and they may not have the feet to go into the market and sell. I mean, the market, you know, they really have the market set up a way where poor people can actually afford it and make sure that it's hygienic, you know, the hygienic and them thing they up here. So them can actually lock up a man to sell banana chips on the road because he might try to feed him youth. But then, you know, the youth when I try to feed might come be a judge or be a doctor. Okay, so may I say? And would I love to tell a story, say my father used to sell banana chips and my mother used to sell banana chips. But then the same judge now turn on and lock up the next man, son, or the next man we are trying to send him son to school, or the next man we are trying to feed him son. So it's a whole, listen, sister, we can go on, and I'm very passionate about these things. So based on how passionate I am, I try to, from the other day, try to focus more on the music, because as we said before, many things said, you know, we're ready for actually emancipate ourselves yet.
And I don't think we're all ready, but yes, I want you to focus on your music, but I never want you to stop having this fire, because there are very few people in history that took this torch and was able to speak about it. And although some of those people are gone and we're talking about them now, you're here in the now and you're talking about these issues now. And it's important that we have people like yourself and like myself that is passionate about, because I've been called a lot of things too, Mr. Vegas. I've been called a conspiracy theorist. I've been called, they said me what, voodoo, because I say that my ancestors are strong and I am God walking. Somebody inbox and say, how you call yourself God? And I said, because I feel like I have the tools. I was born with the tools that I need,
right,
and I have the spiritual protection that I need from my great grandmother, my grandmother, my grandfather, all those things. And you know, people are not ready to hear these things. They're not ready to go back to the roots of what we really are and understanding that we are born into being strong. Although we went through all these things and we are still going through these things, we still need you to, yes, concentrate on that music, but we need you to continue to do things like speak about colorism and talk about these things so that if there is somebody listening, and that's the thing, we always feel like maybe people don't want to listen. We might not have a majority, but whoever is listening are those people that need to hear that, and are those people that need to know that we need to come together as a people in order for us to be stronger so that we can, you know, cut through and come clear and leave these things in the past about going against one another and competing with one another as opposed to working with one another to help each other grow.
Well, I am more pessimistic now more than ever. Based on psychologically looking at the black race. So, you know, I used to be more optimistic, but now I'm like, you know, now I'm looking at it like, you know what, Massa owned me. And because I belong to Massa, and the chains are off my neck and off my hands, I think I'm just going to try and enjoy my time on this realm, the journey, and and speak the things that I can speak to people who are open-minded and people who are willing to learn. So at least they can free themselves too from mental, you know, shackles, because we are still physically owned by the oppressors. That's straight up 100%.
Facts.
You see what
That's
I'm saying?
facts.
But the only thing we can do, like-minded people, we can free our minds.
Right.
You understand? Right. That is the greatest thing where you can do upon the realm here. Because Master will continue to own us. When we're born, we get a certificate and a number on your certificate. And that number represents something. It's not just a vague number. That number represents something. And when you die, they give you a number. So, you know, to say that one less person is off the stock books. So because I know these things and I study these things, I just think that my ancestors, them will fight. Forget the chains them off my foot and off of my neck and off of my hands. Them. I think so I owe everything to them, and I think I'm going to enjoy the freedom that they basically gave us.
Yeah, through your music, I think that we can all enjoy that through your music.
Yeah, man, just dance, have a heap of sex, enjoy yourself. Just think of days when you had to ask Master if you could have little sex. Just think of days when you have to ask Master when you can eat, when you can sleep, when you can drink. So, based on the fight that my ancestors and fight as black people, for me to be able to see a girl and just have sex, and we can just both consent and have sex without have to ask Master, I'm not going to let a next Negro enslave me, you know, or put me back into physical slavery. Like tell me when to this, what to wear, how to walk, how to talk, when cut my hair, whatever, how to dress and all of these things. You see what I'm saying? Because some of us are enslaved by even, you know, society, like me have to dress a certain way to appease, you know, an audience. You understand? So me can't be me. You see, I have to talk a certain way to appease an audience, so I can't be me. And I rebuke all of these things because Master can't own me. I'm a black brother, I'm a black sister, own me too. You understand? We're all coming from the plantation, so here we're going on. I'm going to enjoy my time out of the chains and the shackles. I'm going to free my mind. So if you want to stay enslaved and make other people further enslave you, that is on you, you know. But me still want to feed my youth, them and give them nice things and make them can enjoy, you know, feed them journey upon that realm here, even when we pass to another stage.
When your spirit has moved on, when your physical body is not here, but your spirit has moved on and your spirit is in another realm,
Facts.
You want to be able to, your children, and I live that every day because I lost my dad not too long ago. And so some of the things that keeps us going as siblings is that he did exactly what you just said. He made sure that we enjoyed ourselves and he gave us memories and lessons and things that we need, tools that we need, like little something like how you must rub your children when when they're sick, and which direction and what to do, and all this COVID something that are going on, and which bush we need to go drink, and how what guinea hen need to mix with, and there's lessons in that. So you're doing an amazing job, and just watching you on this journey, on this life journey. I just want to tell you that I'm proud of you. I am absolutely proud of you. I'm proud of your work. I'm proud of your work ethic. I'm proud of the way that you continue to push through, and through whatever it is, through happiness, sadness, whatever it is that you go through, you're still Mr. Vegas. And I don't know how you do it, but I'm glad that you do.
Well, we just keep working and we're putting up music. And of course, one thing I can tell you though, is whatever feels right within my soul though. Because because as I said before, I'm very passionate about certain things that's happening. And social issues, I think there are a lot of social issues that you must address if you're a person that know your purpose. That's the first thing. You have to know your purpose. So, if it doesn't feel right in my soul, like if me I do music, I'm not happy I do music. I'm feel like there are other things that I can say, or I can be an inspirational speaker, where me can go in some ghetto and some garrison and tell the gunman them straight to them face where I kill off each other, or them bad man, whatever we want to call them. Say, we're not some big idiot, Because when you realize that when you kill a next black brother, you kill yourself. You understand? If I can go in some garrison, maybe that will make my soul feel better. When we can look on some of my black brothers, they must say, my youth, see, everyone I want to take up badness, not dead like dog. And what is badness? Badness is ridiculous, is stupidness. Because none of you know so nobody. If you go hide up and screech up behind your black brother and shoot him in the head back and kill him, you don't even give him a chance to fight. So right there and then, he's a fool, he's a clown, he's an idiot, no matter how bad he is. If you have to send a hitman, if he come screech up behind me, that's why I'm telling you, a black man cannot have no power over me, basically. Like, I'm afraid of black people, I'm afraid of gunmen, I'm afraid of them things there. I don't have no fear when it comes down to death, first and foremost. So I'm not going to be afraid of my black brother, I'm afraid man, he might go kill me. Because when I'm afraid of you screech up behind me and do me something, I'm not afraid of that. I see you as an idiot. You understand? If you want me to be afraid of you, make me fight face to face, and if a two gun, if a two cutlass, and we just know say, one of we go as a hero. Yes, sir, I say one win and one lose, and then you're going to be a real hero. If you say, you take on somebody, but come on, a black man screech, some maybe that will feel better in my soul as me get as me age. You understand? So music is beautiful and wonderful, and we want the music to feed the youth. Them, and we want to have enough nice things, and so we have to spend money. And if you spend money in a time of plastic band, you might go broke. And I don't want to end up in a situation like Ben Youssef and other inspirational speakers or historians of black history end up poor and broke, because I see black people are going to look around back and say, what him did sing heads eye, look how him have not know in my cokehead. Not now go and feel him poor, because I'm already hearing that my broke and mash up. Even though, you understand, I am actually a millionaire. So if you can imagine, if me basically stop tie elastic bands, then it's going to be a problem. Then we can't talk to people, because you have to have certain status in order to reach certain people.
I think people are gonna say, especially our people, we have a habit of going against one another, and then there's this idea of, it's a bandwagon thing. Like, if one person says something, then everybody else, instead of go do some research and find out what's going on and learn about what that thing is, everybody just jumps on it. So then say protect, let's say protect hydroquinone for COVID. Right? So now everybody are gonna say, oh, we can't go inside with no mask, we can't do this and we can't do that, because we can't take this medicine, as opposed to going and saying, what is this drug? What are the side effects? Where did this drug come from? What is the pharmaceutical company? Who runs this pharmaceutical company? Nobody does that anymore. Everybody jumps on the bandwagon, and
Sorry to cut you off. Continue.
Everybody jumps on the bandwagon and becomes a part of this whole thing because it's a popular thing to talk about. And sometimes a lot of the stuff is bullshit. A lot of the things that they want us to believe and want us to learn and want us to pass on and want us to have in our communities is bullshit, you know? I think there's a lot, somebody in the comments said a while ago, it starts with education. Yes, it does start with education, but what type of education? Because I got the opportunity to homeschool my son when this whole thing started, and he got a video that he had to write for history. And listen, and the video included that the slaves that were on the ship going to the different islands in the Caribbean were very happy to believe in Africa, to go. And I'm like, what the hell? Play this video over again, because I can't believe that this is what they're teaching you guys in school. So I'm like, maybe this homeschool thing was supposed to happen so I could take these blindfolds off of my black child. You understand what I'm saying? And children are really learning these things in school. So.
Great point. I actually had that revelation yesterday as well. My son is here with me. Of course, because of the lockdown, he's mostly here now with me. And I was listening to his church service, his church, what do you call it? Church class. And the things that they were telling them, the children, I'm like, yo, now that you're old and you're hearing these things, that they're telling the children these things, I'm like, wow. Is that them catch them from them young and, you know, colonize their minds?
Yes.
So get old, like art to really remove that cage from around your minds. But you have to understand something, sister. I've been out there for 3 years telling people that all the religion and all the deities that they created are fake. Nobody no run with it. Everybody say, yo, leave people, let them do whatever they want to do and so forth and so on. Even if it's gonna keep majority of black people submissive and oppressed. But when a woman come now and said what you just said about the hydroxychloroquine, because it sounds like some form of thing that people can run and get emotional about, everybody's running with it without even, as you said, doing any form of research or any check on it. You understand? But then you check who's going to manufacture the drug. Is it going to benefit black people? When that drug goes on the stock market, is it going to benefit black people? So because a black face come and say it, or a coconut come and say it, we don't even realize it's a coconut. So we just get emotional about it and run with it. You understand? When it has nothing to do with us. Because either side, none of the sides are for us, because we're still going to be owned, especially we in the Caribbean, we're still going to be owned by the British state. So no matter if hydroxychloroquine or whatever, we're still going to be owned by the British state, and that is something that will never change. And maybe it will change if we decide one day to do mass unity. It can't be like sparingly where it comes a woman. 5 men over this are unite and 100 men around this are unite. You understand? Because when 500 men or 200 men unite, 1 million people are further divided. You understand? Are millions of people are further divided. So you have to understand, so people love to run with emotional things to make them feel emotional and get likes. I know how to do this to get likes. I just do this basically, and that's why I keep speaking, but I have to mix it with the music. So that's why we drop Te Amo now. So people can still feel good about the music. But we create a platform, Temple of Hope. We're gonna build Temple of Hope in Jamaica, and hopefully in 2 years I will be able to stand in front of an audience and really tell them the real things. You understand?
Yes, sir. And I hope that I am blessed enough to be a part of that team when you do that, because I think that is something that has to happen and needs to be done. And I want you to continue on that and never to give up on continuing that. And I know it's a hard burden. I know that's a heavy burden to carry. And I know there's no fix. There's no fix for this thing right now. I get it.
I don't have a problem with doing it, I just not going to die poor. Same time,
Me neither. Me
same
neither.
time,
Because I don't understand how
something.
people say poor people. I don't understand how people say, oh, poor people. What they say? Having money doesn't make you happy. I hear a lot of poor people
It's
saying
rubbish.
that.
It's rubbish. It's rubbish. It's rubbish. That is
I
rubbish.
wish black people would stop saying that shit. Oh, if money don't make you happy. Yes, bitch, money does make you happy and comfortable. I'm not that poor neither.
But keep up the good work that you're doing, sister, and give thanks to the reasoning. You understand? We're gonna jump back in on some work. So it's nice reasoning with you, and I'm just happy that a sister, can be reasoning so constructive. Big up yourself.
Big up yourself, Mr. Vegas. Enough love to you. Guys, check out Tam.